Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, verbally nights, depending on where you are. It's nice to see you. My name is Holly, and I will be one of the English teachers for this hour. And the class today will be on the job interview. And so if you are wanting to hone your skills in interviewing, or if you just want to just gain some knowledge in that area, you're welcome to come and participate. This is basically a little bit about the worksheet we'll be going through. We're going to start out really with going over some vocabulary words to define yourself as personal characteristics, and then I'll ask everybody how they would actually describe themselves. Then we'll look at the CV and look at the different aspects of the CV and look at how this might be different in different countries. Then we'll look at interviews, questions, and answers, and talk about these. Why are these hard? What are some ways to say this? What are some ways to answer? And then after that, we will actually go through and read a interview question. So that's the plan for today. So, hi guys, how are you?
Hi, Holly. I'm okay, and you?
Very good, very good. And how are you, Audrey?
Hi, Holly. I'm doing great.
Yeah. Good. Now, that's right. It's Saturday morning for you, right?
Right.
Okay. Because I was thinking, shouldn't you be biking to work right now? So,
I, actually, I'm free now.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. And Cornell, it's also Saturday for you as well.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Is it 9 o'clock for you guys here over there in that part of the world?
8
9.
o'clock in 8 o'clock in Hungary.
Okay. And what time is it in the Ukraine? Audrey?
What? Sorry.
What time is it?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Okay.
9 a.m.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. All right. And we have Tatiana. You added a picture.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Well, how's everything in Turkey?
Oh, everything all right.
Yeah. Good.
But a little bit cooler.
Oh, really? Is it starting to be cold? Does it?
Yesterday was 35 degrees above the 0 Celsius, and now 25.
Wow.
But maybe now in the morning, but maybe in the afternoon it will be 28 or maybe 27.
Okay. Wow. So, I mean, for parts of the world where it gets 40, 45 degrees, that probably is cool. For me, that's hot.
Yeah.
Anything above 25 is hot for me. So.
Yeah, but it's not in whole Turkey. It's only in Antalya, in Mediterranean coast. But in Istanbul now it's very cold, maybe 11 or 13 degrees.
Okay, so you would say it's not in all of Turkey.
Yeah,
or the entire part of Turkey. Okay.
Yeah.
Sonia, where are you located?
Well, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you. Maybe you need to increase your microphone.
I think I'm having problems with my microphone.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yes, can you?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. So where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Granada, in the south of Spain.
Okay. And would you consider 25 cold or hot in that part of Spain?
Sorry?
Is 25 cold or hot?
No. Well, it's warm for me.
Warm, okay. Yeah, but Spain is quite warm though, year round, isn't it? Most of it?
Yes, below 20 degrees, I think it's cold.
Uh-huh, okay. Okay. And then Audrey, what's the temperature right now in the Ukraine?
Well, I'm not sure about this days day before there were 18 degrees in the morning, so
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay.
getting colder now.
It's getting colder now. Okay. How about Andrei? It's cold in the Ukraine. Is it starting to?
It's pretty cold now. Plus 4 degrees.
Really?
Yeah. But at middle day, I think it's gonna be about 15
Okay.
degrees.
All right. So I mean, it does depend on the on the time of day, because but it's getting cold at night. It's starting to get close to freezing at night.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at mine, where I'm located. How about Hungary? How cold is it there?
In the morning 10 degrees, and average temperature all of the day is 20 degrees.
Okay, 20 during the day and 10 at night. So it's still bearable. I think that's probably what mine is. We have right now it's 60.6 degrees Fahrenheit, but I don't know what that is in Celsius at all. And see, Friday, we have a chance of thunderstorms, and tomorrow will be a high of 69. So there will be a high of 20 and a low of 53, which is, I don't know what it is. And so anyway, I'm actually, Sonia, I don't think you know me. I'm actually calling from Idaho in the USA. And right now it's midnight. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I went ahead and scheduled most of the night tonight. So anyway, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. The topic for today is the job interview, and so I'm going to go ahead and start this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to systematically go through this worksheet. We'll start out with talking about the personal characteristics, and then we will go through a CV and talk about that and see if there's any differences between this CV and how it is in your country. Then we will practice these questions. These are difficult questions you might hear in an interview. Then we will look through the dialogue and scrutinize that and look through that. So let's go ahead and start. So, pardon me, I caught a cold a couple days ago, so I do apologize if I cough. I will try to mute though. Okay, I'm going to read the 6 words. 6 words, and then I will have us together. We will systematically match it. So the 6 characteristics, personal characteristics, we will go through today are experienced, self-motivated, communicative, enthusiastic, dynamic, and hardworking. Okay. Tatiana, could you read A and see if you can match that with the correct answer?
Okay. Able to make yourself it's very little. Able to make yourself do something well.
Okay.
It means self-motivated.
Able to make yourself do something well. Yeah. Is it? I'm sorry. You said that it means self-motivated?
It means self-motivated, yeah.
Okay. And self-motivated. Yeah, because it's to make yourself do something. That would be correct. That is correct, yes. I was getting confused because I looked at in an answer and it's like, that's not what it says, but then I realized I read it wrong. So, okay. So, self-motivated is able to make yourself do something well. Andre, can you read B?
Able to talk to people easily and share information. It's much too communicative.
Yes.
Communicative.
Communicative. So we say communicative. So without this IVE, it's communicate, but it's communicative otherwise, okay? C, Cornell, can you read that one?
Yeah, continually doing a lot of work, hardworking.
Hardworking, yes. 6. And Sonia, could you read the next one?
Energetically interested in something and willing to be involved in it.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, did you hear the?
We only heard the first few words.
Oh, sorry. So I'll repeat it.
Okay.
Energetically interested in something and willing to be involved in it.
Perfect.
Well, it matches enthusiastic. No, that would
yes.
Be,
that is correct. So if you're enthusiastic, you're energetically yes. interested. Yes, exactly. Number 5, Tatiana.
Having lots of ideas and energy. It's dynamic.
Yes.
Dynamic. I'll pronounce.
Dynamic. Yep. Okay, and Cornell, could you read the next one?
Yeah, having skill or knowledge because you have done something many. The last one.
Okay, having skill or knowledge because you've done something many times. Of course, that would be experienced.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, what I'd like to do is quickly. First of all, are you guys familiar with how to use these words? Okay. So, what I'd like you guys to do is tell everyone the top 2 characteristics on this list that describes you. Okay, because we're going to be talking a lot about you today. So, Andre, can you begin? Choose 2 words and tell us why that would describe you.
Enthusiastic and dynamic.
Okay, and why is that?
Because I have a lot of energy and I'm extremely powerful. And I'm very so motivated, and I'm in a perfect physical and emotional condition.
Okay. Okay. So when you said you're extremely powerful, were you talking about emotional or physical condition, or both?
In both.
Both. Okay, excellent. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay. Cornell, could you give us the 2 words you would choose?
Yeah. Communicative and experience.
Experience, okay. So we'd say communicative, and experienced, okay? And tell us why those 2 words?
Because I think experience is very to have a proper job, and communicative attributes is also crucial to be able to speak to customers and suppliers and other colleagues. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, so could you explain the communicative again? I'm sorry. I turned out my mic was low and I didn't
Yeah,
realize
okay.
it.
Communicative is also crucial because it is important to able to speak to customers and suppliers and other colleagues.
Okay, so you said to be communicative is also crucial, right?
Yeah.
Crucial. Okay, and this word is a very good word, and the pronunciation on that is crucial instead of crucial. It's very
Yeah, crucial.
crucial. Crucial. Okay, and that's why I had you repeated it. I wasn't sure what you said. Okay, good. Sonia.
Hello. Yes? Can you hear
Hello.
me?
Yeah. I
Oh,
can-
sorry. Well, I describe myself as communicative
Uh-huh.
and dynamic.
Communicative and dynamic. And why is that?
Yes, because dynamic, I'm always having new ideas
Uh-huh.
about how to improve in everything I do.
Uh-huh.
And also I need to tell it to tell and hear from each other about to talk
Uh-huh.
about what we are doing and how to do it. So
Uh-huh.
I think it's necessary to communicate in work in a working relationship.
Okay, so it's necessary to communicate at work.
At
So
work.
at work. So this is a preposition we use. So at work. Excellent. Okay, and Tatiana.
I think I'm self-motivated and communicative and enthusiastic.
Okay, now Tatiana, the communicative, the A is what we call a schwa, so it's an sound. Communicative.
Communicative.
Perfect. Communicative. Okay, so could you explain why you chose 3?
Communicative.
Oh, explain why you chose those 3.
Of course.
Hello?
I'm self-motivated because I constantly try to do something something new in my life, and for this I need to motivate myself because sometimes it's not easy to get up early in the morning to do something or solve something, and that's why I try to be self-motivated. I try to listen famous motivators like Tony Robbins and listening his speeches. I try to I try to look like he. And
you try to look like him?
Yes.
Look like him or act like him?
Act like him.
Okay, good. Okay, act. Okay, sorry. Because look would be a different one. Okay, so you try to act like him. Okay, I'm sorry. Continue.
Okay, it's so motivated, and I'm communicative because I'm able to talk to people easily and share information when I'm in unknown places. I try to get acquaintance with people and try to ask them where are they from, and for example, what are they doing here, or do they like to be here or not. But of course it's not all the time, only if I feel these people could communicate with me.
Excellent, excellent. And I just want to quickly go over a couple of language errors. One thing, Tatiana, and I think this is pretty common for the entire class, is sometimes we're forgetting or we're using the incorrect preposition. So you listen to Tony Robbins, and then act like him. I interrupted you for that one, and get You said get acquaintance with. So acquaintance is you didn't say with. You said get acquaintance something. I think it was two. But acquaintance is actually the. I spelled that wrong. Okay, wait. Quaintance. An acquaintance. Did I spell that right?
Acquaintance.
That does not look right. An acquaintance.
I don't understand.
Do you know that you said acquaintance?
I need to say get acquainted with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acquaintance, but I think that's spelled wrong. But acquaintance, that would be, for example, people that you know but you don't know very well. You've seen them before. Maybe they're your son's friend's mother. Then they are your acquaintance. But otherwise, we would use for acquainted. We use that as a verb. Does everybody know what that words to get acquainted with somebody means?
No, I don't.
Okay, to get acquainted with somebody means to get to know them. To learn to know someone. So, before you learn to know someone, before you get acquainted with them, we call them acquaintances. So.
Can I say meet people? Meet.
Yep.
It's a synonym, I think.
Yeah, meet people would be a good one as well. Exactly. All right. Well, thank you very much. Let's go on. The CV. Okay, what is another word for CV?
Resume.
Resume. Okay. Yeah, and just a little bit of trivia. Americans actually the only Americans that use CV are people who are in higher education. If they're in higher education, they'll use a CV. But otherwise, everybody else will use a resume. In American English. In British English, CV is used quite often, and resume is used. They're kind of synonyms. So, how about in your countries? First of all, what's the difference between a resume and a CV? Anybody?
In Hungary, it is the same meaning.
Okay, it's the same meaning in Hungary.
Yeah, but we use only CV in Hungary instead of a resume.
Okay, so they don't ask for a resume. Okay, and how about in Ukraine? Is there a difference between a CV and a resume?
Actually, it's in Ukraine we only use resume. Because,
okay.
If I say CV, that no one would understand what.
Okay. Okay, so that's basically like in the U.S. as well. Most people, I never heard CV until I went to graduate school. So, Sonia, how about in Spain? Sonia? No. In Spain, do you guys use CV or resume?
No, we use only CV. Resume
only CV.
Is here.
Okay, all right. And so the resume is not used. How about in Russia, Tatiana, or in Turkey, whichever country?
I don't know. I never heard about CV.
Okay, so the resume is the most common. Yeah, well, let me tell you at least the American English definition of the difference. A CV, of course, stands for a curriculum vitae. And it's usually your entire career. Mine, for example, it could be pages long. Mine is 7 pages long.
Wow.
And so that basically it explains basically everything you've done, all the training that you've been in, all the professional development you've taken, and basically everything that you've pretty much done related to your career. A resume is usually, if most people can fit it into one page, but I personally have a hard time doing it. So a resume is 1 page long, and it's normally just the last 5 or 10 years of your career. And the only time you would put anything in a resume beyond 5 or 10 years is if it's relevant to what you are applying for. So if you did something 15 years ago and you want to get back into that, then you'd have to put that in your then you would put it in your resume. Is that the same in your countries? The resume, 1 page, the curriculum vitae, the entire?
Well, in Spain, we nearly never use the long version, the CV. We call CV to a resume.
Okay,
That's
so
1 or 2 pages long.
So for you guys, a CV is a 1 or 2 pages long, or the entire career, but usually the short 5 or 10 years, right?
Yes.
Is that the same in Hungary too?
Yeah.
Cornell?
Yeah. In Hungary, actually, it is not highly recommended to exceed more than 2 pages regarding CV.
Yeah. Okay. And is it also based on length, that you shouldn't share things that you've done more than 5 or 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and look at Andrea Patorino's CV. First of all, what I'd like to do is match these topics: education, work experience, personal details, profile, and skills and interests, to these places right here. So number 1, what would that be?
Personal details.
Personal details, exactly. It is personal details. In just an FYI, in my country, it is against the law for employers to even ask this information. So no one ever puts a date of birth or marital status on their CV or their resume, because it's against the law to even ask. Are there any other countries that are like that, or is it just mine?
For example, in Ukraine, it's dime a dozen is if employer asks about personal details.
Okay, so it's just normal, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Regarding Hungary, it is the same as Ukraine.
Okay, so it just totally happens all the time. And can somebody, like, not if somebody is like obviously pregnant, would she not get the job because of that?
Not likely, or unlikely.
Yeah, so it probably depends on the job too. Okay. All right, Sonia, how about in Spain? Do you guys actually use these personal details?
Maybe date of birth, we always include it. Employer can make an idea of the experience a person is going to provide. And about marital status, I think it depends on the job you are applying to.
Whether it's necessary or not. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I prefer not to include it because I don't think it's relevant.
Yeah.
For the quality of your job.
Yeah, exactly. In my country, people are not. Some people are not even putting dates their dates of employment, so that people can't even figure anything out. It's kind of weird. But Tatiana, do you know anything about Russia?
I agree with Sonia. It depends of kind of work. If the work well paid, of course you need personal detail, tell about your personal details and curriculum vitae and like that. But if a boss or company or maybe school or maybe shop or like that, department stores searching for salesmen or personnel immediately, I think that for them it's never mind have you got curriculum vitae or not. I think like that.
Yeah. So,
but when I worked, never asked me for curriculum vitae or like that. In Russia, we have only one little book, maybe it's called book. I don't know, where we they written about my job, how many years I work on one place or like that, and it's mean I don't know in Russian or in English. It's like stage, you know.
When you say it like a book, do you think maybe it could be the application packet?
Maybe,
Maybe let me write that down.
I now looking in vocabulary, maybe employment history, like that.
Yeah.
Employment history.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Employment history.
Okay.
The same in America or in Europe?
I think it just, like you said, it depends on the excuse me, depends on the job. Anymore, a lot of companies are requiring you to fill out an online application. And so you fill everything out online, and then you might include your CV or your resume, but it's the online that you get that you need. So.
But you know this employment history is very important when you are retired. In my
country. Okay. I know. Well, I know in Finland that when you are when you quit a job, what you will get is you will get and this is not the same in my country, but you get a certificate of employment, and that way you can show that yes, you did work there, and that will be part of the application packet.
I see.
So it might be that might be what it is. So, you know, showing your employment history. So, okay, let's go to number 2. What is this? Go ahead. Cornell, could you read this first?
Yeah, a British Cultural Studies and English Linguistics graduate, 4 years experience in the field of international culture cooperation, self-motivated, dynamic, and ready to meet new challenges.
Okay, let's go over this word right here. Do you guys see my mouse?
Yeah, it could be skills and interest.
Okay, I want to go over quickly about pronunciation, Cornell.
Yeah.
Do you see my mouse where it is?
Cooperation.
Okay. Andrei, could you read that for me?
Cooperation.
Okay. Sonia, could you read it?
Yes, cooperation.
Okay, and then Tatiana, could you read it?
Cooperation.
Okay, so what this word is basically it separates right here, and the two O's have completely different sound for it, and so and a couple of you actually were able to say it very well. Sonia's, you did really well, but it's cooperation. So it's kind of like I'm going to put this in kind of not phonetics, but kind of. It's like this: cooperation. So basically, the two O's are actually a different sound. It's cooperation. Does that make sense for everybody? Instead of cooperation or cooperation, it's cooperation. So it's cooperation. So.
It's interesting. Cooperation.
Yeah.
Cooperation.
So we want to cooperate with people. And stuff like that, but a lot of people want to say cooperation, and we understand. We need to
cooperation. It's interesting. I didn't know this. Yeah. Maybe because in Russian language, cooperaция.
Okay.
It's just like the same cooperation we say.
Okay, so
cooperation.
Yeah, so it's something that it's minor. It's minor to the point that. If you are speaking, the native speakers will understand it, but that's why I'm here, is to go over real small, picky stuff sometimes. Okay, so Cornell, what did you say this topic was?
Profile.
Profile. Okay. Profile. Okay. But in many respects, it also could be skills and interests. The first time I looked through it, it was skills and I thought it was skills and interests, but then I realized when I got down to the bottom that it couldn't be. So, okay, Sonia, can you read the next line, number 3?
Yes. Date years too, or?
Yeah, no.
University of Rome, MA in British Culture Studies.
Okay, and what is that?
That's education.
Education, excellent. Okay, and next one, Audrey, can you read the next ones?
Project coordinator, British Council, Rome, Italy. Internship, National Youth Agency, Leicester, UK. Tour guide, Tourist Information Center, Rome, Italy.
Okay, that was very good. As far as could you say the project coordinator again?
Project coordinator.
Very good. And this one, because there's because we have the what is that line called? Because we have that little line, I forgot the name. You actually know that it's a different pronunciation. So this one's easier than cooperate, but coordinate. Very good. Also, could you say this word for me?
Youth agency.
Youth agency. So youth agency. Very good. Okay. And what section is this?
It's experience.
Okay, so work experience.
Work experience.
Okay. And Tatiana, could you read the next section, number 5?
Okay. It skills good knowledge of Windows and Microsoft Office, fluent in English, certificate of proficiency obtained in 2003, well-traveled, enjoys reading and skiing.
Okay, now this is what I would call, you guys know, for those of you who've been in my class before, there's a difference between a mistake and an error, right? Mistake is a slip of the tongue, okay? An error is when you don't even know that it's a mistake. You don't know that there's a problem. So for this one right here, I'm thinking it was an error, but I'm not sure. Are you familiar with this?
IT.
Okay, so it was in that respect. That's an example of a teacher not sure whether it's a mistake or an error. So I bring it up, but IT, internet technology. Okay, so that was just a mistake then. So you knew that one. Okay, could you say this word right here?
It's skills and interest.
Yeah, skills and interest. Okay. All right. Could you say? Could you also say the last word on the first line?
The last word of first line.
Right.
Certificate of proficiency.
Perfect. When you read it, you didn't say it right, but now you are.
Ah, really?
So that's what you would call a mistake, because it's just it was an isolated slip of the tongue. These are the things that as language teachers we don't. Everybody makes mistakes when you speak, and we have to learn to identify those and not worry about them. It's the errors. For example, cooperation. I knew that was an error that everybody made. An error is something no one knows about. Okay. So, so the job interview. Okay, so Cornell, when was the last time you were on a job interview?
Sorry, could you please repeat the question?
Absolutely. When was the last time you were at or on a job interview?
I was this week.
Oh, okay, that's right, because you're kind of looking. Okay, this week. Did it go well?
Yeah. Yep, a position was buyer, of course.
Okay, good. Okay, and how about you, Andre? When was the last time you were at a job interview?
About three months ago.
Okay.
And July 2.
And that's when you got the current job that you have, right?
That's the current job that I have now.
Cool. Okay. And Sonia, how about you? When was the last time you were at a job interview?
Well, it's really a long time. It's about 3 or 4 years ago.
Okay. A very long time. Okay.
Yes.
And Tatiana, how about you?
I'm sorry, what?
When was the last time you were at a job interview?
Oh, last time. Oh, now I don't work, but when I worked, it was maybe 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, it was 10 years ago.
So a while back. Okay. And for me, the last time I was at a job interview, of course, telephone interviews quite often. I think it was 2 weeks ago, but the last time I was at a job interview was in July. So then that's when I was deciding, okay, do I want to quit my job and what do I want to do? So, okay.
It's for Webling.
Verbling Verbling's interview was based on video, so we had to make a video and show ourselves teaching and so forth. So, yeah. So let's look at the following difficult questions that you might hear during a job interview. Okay, so let's look at these and see if we can figure out actually how to answer them. Okay. Let's start one person at a time. Let's start with Tatiana, then we go to Sonia, then Cornell, then Audrey, then Tatiana, Sonia, Cornell, Audrey. Then let's just read through each question first. Okay? Tatiana, can you start?
How would you describe yourself?
Okay, Sonia?
What influenced you to choose a career in?
Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. Cornell?
How has your university education prepared you for a job in?
Okay. Audrey?
Tell me about your current job. What have you been doing?
Okay. And Tatiana?
How would you describe yourself in terms of your ability to work as a member of a team?
Okay. Sonia?
Tell me about a major problem you recently handled. Were you successful in resolving it?
Okay. Cornell?
How do you handle pressure?
And Audrey?
Why do you want to work for this company?
Okay. And Tatiana?
What do you feel you have to offer this company?
Sonia?
What personal weakness has caused you the greatest difficulty on the job?
Okay, Cornell.
What would you say has been your most rewarding accomplishment?
Okay, and Andre.
What are your goals for the future?
And Tatiana.
What do you think you'll be doing in 5 years' time?
Perfect. Okay. Excuse me, I'm coming down with a cold, so my voice is trying to leave me. So, okay. Now what I want you guys to do is choose 3 of these questions, and let's see if we can answer them. And what I'm going to do is we're going to systematically write down the answers so that we can come up with some really good ways to answer the questions. Okay. Tatiana, could you choose first of all just choose one question and how would you answer it?
How would you describe yourself?
Okay.
I think I'm hardworking person, enthusiastic, self-motivated, experienced, communicative, and dynamic.
So you would actually use the personal characteristics we went through before.
Yeah.
Okay. And how about the rest of you?
What about the rest of you?
Would you also use the personal characteristics that Tatiana used?
It's true. I'm a very hard-working person. I'm very responsible person, punctual, and
determined.
Okay, and other qualities, what I said before.
That's great. And so, Sonia, you said something about determined. You would use determined?
I don't.
I thought I heard. I heard somebody say that. Cornell, did you say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. For some reason, I don't. Sorry, I didn't hear that right. So you would use the word determined. Okay. And Andre, what would you use for this for the first question? How would you describe yourself? So, many.
I can describe myself. I'm so experienced in the different kind of job. I have a lot of power, and actually now I'm in excellent physical and brain condition, and and also I'm better than everyone else. And I have a grandiose view about myself.
Okay, I would be careful about if you are interviewing with a native speaker of English, Andre. There's a couple things that I would be careful about using, and one of them is I have a grandiose view of myself.
I said it sarcastic.
Oh, did you? Okay. If you were answering that sarcastically, that's very good. So, I am very experienced. I am determined, and then the list that Tatiana said, and I can't even. It was
punctual.
Yeah, I am punctual. I am punctual. Self-motivated.
Dynamic.
I'm forgetting all these words. Okay, enthusiastic. So just using a lot of the personal characteristics for this one.
Can I say like self-improvement or I don't know.
Well, you are interested in self-improvement. What is that in English? What would we say? You are interested in what is that? Self-improvement is the right. It seems like the right way, but we would not say it that way.
It's like self-development.
I'm interested in personal development.
Yeah.
In that one, you wouldn't say I am personal. You would say, as far as your interest. When you talk about interest, you would say, I am interested in personal and maybe possibly in professional development.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Would these words that we've got here on this list, do you think they are powerful words for somebody who's getting interviewed?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next. Well, let's go to Sonia. Can you choose a question here?
How do you handle pressure?
Okay. How do you handle pressure? So, how would you answer that question first of all?
That's a tricky one.
Uh-huh.
I usually I concentrate in work and concentrate on the process and on completing the task. So it doesn't matter. I can handle pressure very well. I'm not affected by external pressure this way. Through concentration, I would say.
Okay, so I usually concentrate on work and the process of completing the task. The pressure would not get to me, would not normally get to me because of my concentration. I'm kind of paraphrasing what you just said, because you can talk faster than I can type, I think. Okay. How about the rest of you? How would you answer this question? Cornell, how would you answer this one?
I think it depends on many situations and many factors. For example, you get a phone calling and and if you are if I am a meeting and a pressure is very important to handle properly. Properly, I think, and I think I work well under pressure, and it also depends on experience of pressure handling.
Mm-hmm. So it's important. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it also depends on experience.
Yeah.
As to how you handle pressure.
Yeah, and then handling different people, behavior, and something like that.
Yeah, so handling different personalities, personality takes skill, maybe.
Yeah.
One of the things that when I do this, I write down. Sometimes I write word for word what you guys have said. Other times I'm writing down an alternative way that you can say the same thing. So, just an FYI, just for your information. Andrei, how about you? How do you handle pressure?
I just I had trying to say myself that I should calm down and I should get a grip, and because I'm doing actually I'm trying to do my best. Whatever happened, I do the right thing, and it helps me in my work.
Okay, so it helps me to think this way in my work, at work. You can say at work.
Yeah.
Okay. But I try to tell myself to calm down and get a grip because I'm doing my best, and whatever happens, I will do the right thing. It helps me to think this way at work. Very good. Okay, Tatiana, how about you? How do you handle pressure?
I agree with Andre. I think that's it's very important. For example, to focus, to be calm, to stay focused, to calm, think about a solution, and I think pressure is important thing. For example, with pressure, I do the best possible job, and pressure may how to think. When I try to be calm, I can concentrate on a solution of the problem, and maybe if person trust in God, he may pray for a minute to ask some information from the God.
Mm-hmm.
And not like that.
Okay, very good. Okay, so this is how I paraphrase what you've written. What you said is, I think that it is very important to stay focused. Focused and calm, and be calm thinking about the resolution. Pressure is important as it helps us do the best possible job in a situation. When I try to be calm, I can't concentrate on the I can. Oops.
Oh, no, I try concentrate.
Yeah, when I try to be calm, I can concentrate on the resolution. And if someone trusts in God, he or she may pray. One of the things that you said, that I just want to quickly make sure everybody knows this, is that you had said, if someone trusts in the God, he or she may pray. When is this wrong, and when is it right? Does anybody know when it's wrong and when it's right to use an article before the?
Yeah, I need to put the article before God.
You shouldn't, but you did.
I did. Really?
Yeah. So if you are in and it really depends on, it actually depends on the religion. So if you are a Christian or a Muslim or a Jew, you would never put the God in front of it because Christians, Muslims, and Jews do not believe that there's only one God, and so you never put an article, right? But if you're a Buddhist or Hindu, they have more than one God. So you would put, if you're talking about the Buddhist God or the Hindu God, then you would put that in front of it. So it depends on the religion. So just
if I want to say the Lord, yes.
That depends on the sentence. Completely depends on the sentence. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for your time and attention. And it looks like we're out of time already. I'm having too much fun. So and the next class, if you guys want to continue on, will be, I believe, on personality, and we'll be going over vocabulary. So, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I hope you learned something.
To everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.